Dobry den,
Renovation,
and welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
we've had a slightly different week for us this week.
Yes, we had visitors.
Yeah, guests here.
2 days running.
It all started on Sunday. As you know, we have puppies.
Yeah.
We may have mentioned it.
We may have mentioned it. But they're just starting to go off to their homes now. So our first 2 were collected on Sunday afternoon by a lovely couple and their little girl who's definitely in love with one of the puppies.
Yes, so one of the Lilies and Paula, they were leaving.
They did. We didn't want any money for the puppies.
No.
And we told everybody that are coming to get them.
Mm-hmm.
But she did bring us a load of cat food for our cats.
Yes.
A load of dog treats for the other puppies, and she did the most beautiful picture of Soph and all the puppies together, which she'd taken from one of our videos. So I can't tell you how pleased I was with it. It's lovely. It really will take pride of place on our wall in the living room when we finally do it.
Yes.
So thank you very much again for that.
We then received our second batch of visitors on the same day.
Which was Ivan, Teresa, and Ivan's sister, Vida.
Ivan and Teresa are from New Beginnings in Bulgaria. Give them a look.
Yeah, there'll be a link somewhere. And they came to pick up Dexter.
Yes. So they stayed overnight, spent the day with us on Monday as well, before taking Dexter back. If you want to keep up with Dexter's adventures, I'm sure he's going to appear on their channel.
Yes, I think he will at some point. Teresa was very taken with him.
Absolutely, yes.
So that was our hectic start to the beginning of the week.
That was.
We still have some puppies left here, as you can hear in the background.
Yeah.
But some more will be going maybe next week, I think.
I did tell them to keep the noise down when we're recording, but
They don't listen.
puppies are puppies. But that left us with 5. We've got homes for another 2 of them. But we thought now that we've got 3 of them out of the way, it's time to introduce them to the big dogs.
Yeah, so we took them down to the compound and spent a couple of afternoons this week making sure they all got on.
And if you want to know how that went, watch this.
So with the dogs starting to leave their first home, we're now starting to look towards our next bit of renovation work.
Yes, as you remember, we've finished Max's room. We're going to start on the kitchen, dining room, living room, call it what you will. Family room. But before we do that, we've had the visitors. We've got some more visitors coming.
We have. David and Amanda are due to visit us this week.
David is our eldest son. He's currently in Australia.
But he's over here in Europe for a conference, so we're getting a flying visit from him.
Yes, he literally flies in on a Tuesday night, flies out on the Thursday afternoon.
So we get to spend an evening with him and Amanda, and we're really looking forward to that.
We are. I think he just wants to see what we're doing here and why.
Yes, I think he's a bit puzzled. But he's also, hopefully, we're going to pick his brains about solar.
Yeah,
he's quite up
a bit of an expert on that, yeah. So.
See what we can sort out there.
In the meantime, we've been finding little jobs to tide us over that need doing before we start the next big construction job.
Yeah, and one of those is clearing the rooms that will be affected by the next bit, which actually will be 3 of them. The cellar, so the family room and the corridor will all be affected by the work that we need to do.
So subsequently, we lose a lot of storage space.
Yeah.
So we're turning our attention to Terry, trying to make him more efficient storage for ourselves.
Yeah. Those of you who've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that Terry is our transit van that brought us here in the first place. Did
a brilliant job. Ran us around for 3 months and now is retired in the barn.
And he has been used for storage already, but basically just Adam chucking things in their storage.
Carefully placing.
No, chucking things in there.
So we thought it's time we formalise this a bit, gave ourselves a bit more storage space. This is what we did. This week we're between jobs, so we thought we'd take the chance to sort out Terry, get him emptied, put some shelves in there so he can be used as a kind of a proper storage shed. First thing we've got to do, of course, is unload him. So we better crack on with that. So that's everything out of Terry now, apart from a bit of carpet and a bit of dirt and debris. You can see Terry's had a bit of a hard life before he came to us, but now he's retired, we're going to use him as a shed, but he will be done up for the children to sleep in when they come to visit. I've now built a framework on which I can sit the shelves. There's a couple of support brackets to go across from the back to the front. Once that's on, I'm actually going to be using plasterboard for the shelf. There's nothing very heavy going on here, and I've got some old plasterboard. So rather than using wood, I'm going to try that. If it doesn't work in the future, I can change it for wood, but we'll give it a go, let you know what happens. So here we have the shelves in place down both sides of the van. I've got places now to store all the tools and bits and pieces that are going in the van. There's a shelf to go at the end, which I'll show you in a moment, and that'll be for paints and varnishes. I've mounted this old kitchen cabinet just on the end of the bulkhead there. It's for storing bottles and bits of paint, that sort of thing. It shouldn't take too much weight, but it just keeps it up off the floor, gives us a bit more space in here. Now that the shelves are in place, all we've got to do now is reload the van. So that's the shelves now in place with things upon them. You can see there's a lot more space than there was before. It's a lot more organised, and hopefully that will make our life a bit easier. There's plenty of room left on the shelves, plenty of room left on the floor. We should be able to get some of the storage out of the cellar, out of the corridor and into here. That'll free it up for us doing our next big project, which, as you know, is the family room. So with a bit of judicious packing, we should manage to get most of the stuff from the corridor and the cellar into Terry now. Hopefully, yes. As well as some of the tools, which will allow you to do your next project. They will. I'll be building some stairs to go up in the lamb oven room so that we can use storage above our bedroom.
Yeah. Rather than the 2 rickety ladders that we have there at present.
It's not the safest approach.
No. Yes, so that'll be your next DIY project.
It will. I've never built stairs before, but how difficult could it be?
You're going to find out.
I am.
And so are they. We've actually signed up for some Bulgarian lessons.
We have. The English club in Targovishte is doing Bulgarian lessons for English speakers.
Yep, they're starting in October, either the 4th or the 11th. We're not quite sure of the date yet, but it'll be one of those two.
They're doing beginner lessons and intermediate lessons.
Yeah, we're going to go along to the beginner just to gauge our level and see how we get on.
And we'll take it from there. But if you do want information about this and you're in the Targovishte area, fancy coming along, we'll put a link below so you can go to their website and check it out.
And you can ring and speak to them. The lady at the other end of the phone speaks very good English, so you don't need to worry that she won't understand you. No. She understood me, so we managed to book on for all 3 of us.
So we'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, we'll give you updates as we attend.
Yeah. So now I think you're up to date.
Yeah, I think that's it for us this week.
So until we see you next week.
Doskoro.
Doskoro. Stay safe.
Stay well.
And we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.